Hi, everybody. My name is Alicia Janet Dandridge. I'm a native Washingtonian. I was reared in Philadelphia. And my writing name is Lady Butterfly. I do poetry and short stories.
Amen. So listen, we're here today because today we're going to do a documentary about Nancy Renee Bryan's life, Nancy Renee Bryan Key's life. And the first guest we have is her older sister, Alethea Dandridge. So, Alethea, talk about your relationship with Nancy. Who were you to her?
Well, when Nancy Renee was born, she was a perfect little angel for me because I was a teenager and she was a baby, and I just almost like adopted her. And she had such a beautiful complexion with her head just round like a ball. And I just took to her. I took her for her doctor's appointments. I took her for the dentist. Wherever she had to go, whatever my mother needed for me to do, I did it for her because she was my baby sister. And I did anything that I could, to help her grow. I went to school to see about her. And as I said just now, whatever my mother needed for me to do for Nancy, I did it.
What type of person was Nancy growing up?
Oh, Lefty, that's what I call her.
Yeah, before we get to why did you call her Lefty?
Because she left-handed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she the only left-handed sibling?
Yeah, she's the only one of us out of 6 kids that's left-handed. Now, what was your question?
Answer the question. How was she growing up? Like, what type of kid was she?
Lefty was always outgoing, and she was always, when she was growing up, she smiled a lot. And she was a happy little girl. She was always happy, and she loved to dress up.
I'm telling you.
Miss Nancy was fly.
Loved to dress up, and always matching her clothes, and always thinking she is so fly.
Yeah.
When she became a teenager, we got a lot closer. I did whatever I needed to do to help her grow. All the time. Went to school to see about her, not because I had to, excuse me, not because I had to, because I wanted to, because that's how strong my love was for her. Next question.
What is something that you taught Nancy when you guys were growing up? Being as though you were her big sister, and lessons that she may have learned from you.
Lessons she may have learned from me.
Yeah.
I think one lesson, to me, the main lesson Lefty learned from me was how to help other people, because she was always helping somebody. All the time. All the time.
So talk about her cooking too. Grandma Nancy, man, one of the best cooks in the world, man. Has she always been cooking her whole life? Talk about that.
Oh, Kyrie. Well, we used to go shopping together for food. And she would always ask my opinion about this, that, and the other. But you're right. She cooked. And on Fridays, this was after she became an adult. We're done with the teenage part. I would go over to her house. What was that, 12th Street?
Yeah, 6th place.
Every Friday. And she would put on the feed bag. She would just cook up everything. And she always called me Alicia J. Alicia J, you want this, you want that? And I would sit in the family room, and I didn't have to get my plate. She would bring it in there to me. But a lot of times I wanted to help her, and she said no, and she would cook all kinds of stuff. And that crab salad, oh my goodness.
Crab salad was that.
Oh, that was my favorite. But she could cook anything she wanted to cook. She made it a delicacy. It was always good. And for Thanksgiving,
throw down.
Or for Easter Sunday, all the holidays, I lived here then, but I would leave here and go over 12th Street after I did what I had to do at home. And if I didn't make it over, she would call, and I would go over there. It was the spark of my life to go over there every Friday, which Kyrie knew. He saw me did you?
Yeah, every Friday.
Every Friday and on holidays. Lefty was my pride and joy. I had my own children, but because she was my baby sister, I just adored her. I still do. I think about her often. And how much I miss her and love her. And when she became ill, it didn't stop her. It really didn't. She would keep right on cooking until she couldn't do it anymore when she became ill. And when she would go to the doctor, and excuse me, I would meet her sometime when she would leave the doctor and be coming home, and we would meet up over on 18th Street and then go on to her house. Lefty was my pride and joy. She really was my pride and joy. And right to this day, I love her dearly. Okay? Is that good enough?
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect, man. You had me crying.
Well, I'm sorry, Kyrie.
Yeah, it's all good.
I didn't mean, but she was. And again, she's my pride and joy. She's my baby sister.
You got something, man?
Yeah. Something I know about Miss Nancy. She had a spirit of like bringing people together, always having so many people around her, and just making everybody feel at home.
Absolutely.
Was she that way ever since she was a child?
When she was growing up, when she got old enough, she would help anybody. She would help anybody. Oh, let me put this in. When it came time for the family reunion, girlfriend and I would go to the store. We would go to Costco.
Shit about everything.
And I had a van. The back of the van would be loaded.
Filled to the brim.
We spent $600 and $700 getting food for the family reunion. And she was the instructor. She let everybody know what they had to do. And when they had to do it.
Yes.
And how much of it they had to do. So it was always a pleasure. We just had so much fun together. We went to parties together. We went to cabarets together. When we had a club, family club called Club Acruye, and we gave cabarets, and you know who was in charge? This one here and the left-handed one.
Yeah.
We got it all together, and the rest of the family members, they looked to her and I.
They just follow suit.
Yeah,
They can
all
always
the
depend on
time.
y'all. They can always depend on y'all. Yeah.
All the time, and we had it together. Her and I, we worked like that.
Yep. Yin and yang.
Yeah, the love was just that strong. Okay.
It was so beautiful. Like, this interview was so beautiful because we really didn't have to ask you any questions. It just flowed. Like, you just knew like what to say every single time, man.
Yeah, because
Cause that's your sister.
look
like,
who
you
I'm
know her.
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many
Baby
great
sister.
things. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, and it was just a never-ending thing.
Yeah.
We just loved each other that much. And I'll cherish that, Alicia J, forever, and I'll cherish calling her Lefty. But that was my name for her.
For sure. Yeah, man, I want to ask you this question. How did Nancy's death affect you?
Oh my goodness. When they had her service at King
Manuel,
I did not go up to see her. I couldn't. I couldn't go up to see her. I wouldn't let myself do it. I didn't want to see her. I want to keep my vision of her the way she was. See, Kyrie, you're gonna make me cry. Yeah. And when she got so ill, and I was over there that night that she really got ill, and I just held on to her, and Hollis had to take my hand off of her. I just didn't want to let her go. I didn't want to let her go, and I just held her hand so tight, and she wasn't saying anything. She was just looking at me, and I just held on to her as much as I could. And then when she did pass, that was really difficult for me. It was really, really difficult. I really couldn't function very well for a while because we were just that close. And right to this day, I still love her dearly. Believe me, I do. And I always say a prayer for her, asking God to keep her and to bless all of her children and her grandchildren, including Kyrie.
Definitely.
Mr. Cleanup Man. Always right.
I want to make this comment because, like, as you speak about Miss Nancy and how she was as a person, and you know how she always was helping someone. Kyrie's a reflection of that. I see it all the time.
He is.
And like, it makes me proud. Like to see, you know, like he carries on that spirit that she had.
Yes, he does.
So I know this documentary means a lot to him, and I really appreciate you taking your time to speak about it.
No problem.
About Miss Nancy and how beautiful of a person she was.
Oh my goodness. I call him the cleanup man. Because he is forever sweeping.
Yes.
There's a dustpan, Nancy. I don't know where that dustpan came from. He would get that broom. We would be sitting in the family area. And nothing. I know Kyrie would be coming in.
It's cool. It's good. Yeah.
Kyrie would be coming in. Here come the cleanup man with the broom and the dustpan. And he was a little guy then.
I'm doing good. I'm holding on though. I thought it was perfect. Yeah. So this is good. I don't know if you did. Great.
It's been a pleasure to do this.
Very
I
nice.
love it.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you two young guys came by and did this. I was kind of hesitant at first. I said, "Oh my goodness, I know what to say," but it just flowed.
Yes, absolutely. Mike, if you're willing, we might come up with some more questions. Next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now y'all be sure and put my name up there in lights.
Got you, yeah. Any last words?
Miss Lady Butterfly.
Miss Lady Butterfly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wait.
Perfect.
Where's Wonders? I don't know what I did with it.
Hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's the Real Podcast. We here with another one. We recording this documentary for Nancy Renee Bryant. And who we have the pleasure of speaking with today. So state your name and who are you to Nancy?
Barbara and Lindsay. And I'm Nancy's oldest sister.
So for the
29.
people... 29. So talk about growing up with Nancy. How was she, her being your younger sister? What type of person was she?
Nancy was a fine young woman. She did want to do for everyone. She was a fine young woman.
And talk about some of the qualities she had, because a lot of people know she know how to cook. Like,
oh man,
yeah.
Cook. She was the best in the area.
And talk about
Somebody next door. Yeah, Nancy was she's just a wonderful young woman. And she would do anything for anyone.
And let me ask you this. So, growing up with Nancy, right? You being the older sister, was there a time you had to correct her when she was misbehaving and stuff like that?
I had to correct her. I I told her all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. I didn't say too much to them because they didn't do too much.
It was good
in
kids.
front of me. See, they were all pretty good kids. And I loved my sisters and brother. I did. They were pretty good kids. You know, lots of times you don't have you have a family, you have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
All of them are good. Yeah, but these kids, yeah, we were great.
Great kids. And growing up with all your siblings, you guys were pretty close growing up. Like you would say, let me ask you, were you playing the mother role sometimes since you the oldest? You know how they say the oldest sister, the oldest sibling always just take that responsibility. Okay.
Yeah, you cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and everybody loved her cooking.
What are some things that Miss Nancy learned from you as a, like, you know, maybe like you played a role model in the things for her when she was like growing up?
Once she started growing up, Nancy just stuck in there for everyone, you know, all of her sisters and brothers.
So when Nancy had to work, right? She would take your kids to like their doctor's appointment. When you had to work, you know, Nancy would take all your kids to doctor's appointments, etc. Right?
She would watch them.
Oh my, beautiful thing.
She was a good kid.
Good kid, man. It's a blessing. That's a blessing. So let me ask you this: you know, with Nancy passing away, like how did that affect you?
I thought I didn't think about it.
Try not to think about it.
Take a second.
Give me a tissue. Thank you. Thank you.
Take your time.
And all the kids loved Nancy. All of them. I don't remember what she said, but I had my Facebook. You know, when I found out, I was mad. And she was mad. But the other kids, that she didn't laugh that much because she knew I was hot. And Nancy was a great kid. And she was a great kid.
Do you mind sharing some like fond or beautiful memories that you had with Miss Nancy when she was growing up?
Huh?
Some beautiful memories that you may have had when Nancy was growing up?
You said, would I tell you?
Oh no, like yeah, tell us like
memories,
some beautiful
yeah.
memories. Yes.
Yeah.
You could share like a story or something that make you laugh even when you think about it today that she may have done, or make you smile all the time.
I got Nancy, but we didn't have any real arguments or anything. That's what we did. That's why we were
Tight.
close.
So, if it's I say 2 words that can describe Nancy, what would those 2 words be from your vocabulary? 2 words you could think about.
Try to think, shoot. What I always call her. Ooh. Nah. I really had to be nasty, but just a good kid, and I really didn't have any one thing, you know. She was good all the way around.
Cool. So listen, before we get up out of here, you know, what do you want people to know about Nancy? Who was she? Like, for the people that never met her before, for the younger grandchildren, the younger nieces and nephews and cousins, who was she, you know, from your opinion? Who type of person she was?
Nancy was a fine person. She would do anything for anyone. And she wouldn't let anybody take advantage of you. She cooked, and oh man, most people got her cooking as hell. She was there, boy, but Nancy was a fine young woman. And you know how it is now. I can tell you, sit down and tell you, and I still would leave out some of them real good. That Nancy was good for. Man, I don't. How could you tell me something that she was really good for that I'm done? Huh? That I have, no, I mean, Nancy was, I'm sorry if I.
It's okay.
It's okay. You can take your time.
Yep.
But we all had a good time together. We would get in here and just as kids. And she would cook and we would sit down and eat and tell jokes, you know. But we didn't have any fighting and carrying on.
It's good. So yeah, y'all, we putting together this documentary, we got everybody. So this was the oldest sibling, you know, we got all the siblings together, and now we're gonna work our way down, you know, the tree, and continue to get everybody. So y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be a fine documentary. Shout out to Manny, you know, being right there with me, man, and this is the real production. So y'all get ready.
Thank you, Miss Peggy.
Yeah, thank you, Aunt Peggy, for everything. Thank you for your story.
Oh, but if there's anything I can think of, I will get in touch with you, right?
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know it's
It's okay.
Nancy really did some
Beautiful things.
Yeah, but with my head like it is now, you know.
So cool. Thank you for your time, Aunt Peggy. I truly appreciate this. The documentary wouldn't have been a documentary without you, so we had to get it done. So we cool. Man, look y'all, we here. We here another day, you know, doing a documentary from Nancy Renee Bryant. We here with her brother, Reginald Bryant. And so just talk about, like, you know, growing up with Nancy. How was it, man? How was it?
Growing up with Nancy was real easy, man. I'm tell you, from the time I was small, they always protected me. Her and Birds, they tell everybody I was my little brother, you know. They made sure that I was alright always, you know, and they always look after me, man, and easy to get along with, man. And now I know now, she always had a loving heart, man, because if you see her at the end, man, she would just be so helpful and so caring for people, and she's always had it in her like that. But growing up with her, man, we had good times. We had a good family life, man. I mean, like, it was the moms and the pops in the house, and my dad, he gave us everything we wanted, man. We were spoiled. Everybody in the house had everything we wanted, man. We had everything. I didn't even know how good we had it until later on. we was living in apartments. You know, back then people didn't have washer dryers in apartments. We had washer dryers, freezer, man. Remember, my pops would send us out the house with money every day. You know, every day he would send his kids out the house with money. To school, we'd get $2 or $3. You know, so it was a real good life. But and they knew growing up, they knew I was kind of real shy and didn't like a whole lot of people. I ain't have a whole lot of friends, you know, and they understood that, you know, and so. Yeah, and they thought it was something wrong with me because I was too damn quiet, played by myself, you know. But Nancy and my sister Birds, they was the ones that always showed me unconditional love, man. It was just always unconditional love from the very beginning. I mean, they be ready to fight for me, man, you know. And they had a little girl group, right? And they would jump people, you know. If you mess with my little brother, they jump your ass, you know. But,
they weren't playing that, huh?
Nah, they wasn't playing that, but it was good, man. I often think about it, man. I miss her so much, man. And I remember, even still, when I was in my other lifestyle, right? I used to get in trouble a lot, man, and I would be out all night, man, and Nancy would come out early in the morning and work, and she'd see me out there, and she would give me some money and say, "Are you hungry?" And she would give me money. She knew what I was gonna do with it. She would give me money and say, "I told you when I come back," you know. And some of the stuff that I did to my family in that other lifestyle, let's just get to the point. I was on alcohol and drugs, and some of the stuff I did would make some family members say, "Man, I don't want nothing to do with you, man." She made sure that I always had a place to stay. You know, no matter what, I could come in the house. You know, she never turned her back on me, man. Not never. And she wouldn't let people talk about me, man. Even when I was messed up, man. You know, that's my brother. They wouldn't let people talk about me, man. And it was just love, man. You know, and what I learned though, growing up in the house where I grew up with. Love really wasn't about saying you love somebody. They was like, show me, because, you know, cause I was selfish and spoiled. I was selfish and spoiled to the, oh my God, man, it was bad, man. I was just so selfish, so spoiled, man. And I was really messed up, you know. My father did the best he could do. He did a real good job, but he just did too much. Yeah. He wouldn't let me learn how to fend for myself, man. I didn't know how to do anything myself. Anything I wanted, they got it. You know, that's how it was to all us kids, man.
So, if you could describe Nancy in one word, what would it be?
I would probably say loving. I'd probably just cover. I would say loving, caring, and understanding. Man, you know? And I think about it. I remember when Nancy. Now I was a little bit older then, but Nancy, I watched her, right, and she would have so many different kind of friends. Sometimes I would go to her house. It was like a rainbow in there. It'd be Chinese people, it'd be white people. It'd be Africans, it'd be everything. I was like, damn. So she could really get along with people. Everybody loved her, man, you know, and it was genuine, man. You know how some people, they be just like on some, they be on some other stuff, they be pretending like it, you know. But you can tell genuine love, man, opposed to some stuff and people just acting like it. Yeah. And that's what she showed, man, you know, and man, I know when she passed, man, she hurt me so bad, man. I was like, oh my God, you know. I think I even had to go to therapy with her and my mom passed that same year, 2016.
Yep.
Oh man, that was the worst. That was a rough year, man. You know? But I made it through it. And I don't know. I made it through it, man. But it was rough as hell, man. You know. And man, I mean, I would think about them, man. Even talk about them, man. I get fucking teary-eyed, man. You know, because I didn't know how. Because I spent so much time at her house, especially when I started getting my life together. Man, I was always at her house, man. We laugh, joke, drink coffee. She cook food. We sit around. We just be talking. Man, I miss that so much, man. You know, it was a place. And I understand, man. I always think about this Kyrie. Like, I understand now some of the stuff she would do. She would cook all this food, right? And people would come over, but it was a way to get people together. They would talk. They would communicate. They would start connecting. And she didn't never ask nobody for no money. Nope. She just cooked all the food and stuff, everybody eating, you know. And she always had good words for people, man. She always had good words for people and trying to help them, basically. Yep. She probably got that from my father, but my mom, she was different. She was something different, you know. My mom, she was something different. But Nancy Virginia was always trying to help people, man.
You see the Miss Nancy has a big family, right? and you see the legacy that she, built. What do you think about that?
I think she did good, especially with her kids, man, because she passed a lot of stuff on to her kids, man. And even her kids passed on her grandkids. We kind of stay connected, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of stay connected, and we look out for one another to the best of our ability, you know. And it was good, man, you know. Because a lot of people, their families aren't really connected, man, you know.
That's very true.
And family is about, I think it's about loving and caring and stuff like that. If we just happen to be born in the same family, we just happen to be born in the same family, you know?
Yeah.
But it's something different. When you got emotional attachment and stuff like that, man, it's totally different, man. You know? So I thank God, and I often thank God for the time that I shared with her, and I just thank God, and I still miss her so much, man. It's rough, man. The only thing I'm doing now is trying to, as time go by, it just don't hurt as much, but that shit never stop hurting.
Yeah, for sure.
It never stop hurting, man. You know?
Sure.
It never stop hurting. Okay.
What do you think is one of the biggest impacts that Miss Nancy had on her family and everybody that just ever came across her path?
I think one thing she's always talk about, mostly, right, and I never. A lot of times, people in the family, they be having little disputes and stuff, and she be like, man, don't even worry with that little stuff. Put that stuff aside, man. You know, it be bigger than that. You know, stuff like that. Because family always got a little bickering stuff. I see it now, man. People bickering over little nonsense stuff, you know, and it ain't even worth it, you know. Stuff people bickering over, you know, and she always tell people, let's get by it, get through that stuff, you know. I remember she would stay up. When our family reunion, she would stay up probably start cooking a day and a half early. She would cook all this food, and she didn't even care who ate it. She put it out there because a lot of people they come to cook out, and they would say they had their food and they put it over here only for certain people. Nancy just took her stuff and shit up there. Whoever wanted it, they ate.
Yep.
You know, she never refused nobody no food.
Away,
you know,
man.
she never refused nobody to buy no food, and she could help you. She'd help you. You know. Even if you was doing wrong, she knew what you was gonna do was gonna be wrong here. You know, that's how it was.
Miss Nancy was a great example of having a big heart.
Yeah, that's
most definitely.
I'm telling you, want to look at a big heart. If that was a word, one word in the dictionary. That's her, man. That's definitely her.
And since her parents, we don't get together like we used to, because it was a place, like I said, everybody could meet up, especially on the weekend or something, man. Everybody get out there, man. We have food, watch TV, football, whatever. And he was just there, man, just connecting, man. And as we get older, man, that's what it's all about, man. Staying connected, showing love, man. Because the bottom line is, man, all this materialistic stuff, it was here before I got here, it's going to be here when I'm gone.
Yep.
And you just put all the emphasis on that stuff, man, you know, it's okay, man, but, you know, just got to keep showing love, man, staying connected, man.
Sound like you learned a lot from Miss Nancy. And I just love the dynamic of your family, how beautiful it is, how she brought y'all together. What is one piece of advice you could give to other families that may see this and may see us reflecting on Miss Nancy and how she brought everyone together?
I think that would be sort of like, to be able to forgive and showing love, and just trying to do what's best for the whole, for everybody, because people can get selfish, and she was selfless, and that's what she was about. She was about just doing what's best for the whole family, not just for her family, because she would go over across town and stuff, and when people was having things, she just show up, man, support, man, support, man, and she helped so many people that weren't biologically born in our family, but they were like kids, it's quite a few of them, that weren't born in our family through blood, but they just like family. Now, this never would have happened if it wasn't for Nancy, It's quite a few of them, man, It's just like family, man.
Kyrie make me feel like that every day, man.
Yeah. See what I mean? It's been passed on. It's been passed on,
Yes.
It's been passed on.
If there was anything, if Miss Nancy, was able to be right here in front of you, what would be one thing you would love to tell her right now?
Well, what I really like to tell her is that I thank her for being who she was, and that she knows that you know, that a brother finally got himself together, and I was so glad that I was able to get myself together and just to get myself together. That's all they wanted was just for their brother to get himself together and be the man that I could be.
Yes, sir.
It took me a while, but you know, and when I think about it, I was saying I was so glad that I got my life in order and got myself together, because you know, at the end, I was there for him, man. You know, I did everything I could do, man, and whatever he asked me to do, I would do it, man. You know, so, and even my other sister, you know, I was just there, man. You know, showing support, man. But you know, so I thank God for that so much. That's one of the biggest. I don't have no regrets about not saying what I could have done, what I should have done. You know, maybe 20 years ago, probably 20 something years ago, it'd been something different. But now, man, I'm at peace with it, man. You know, and I ain't got to be worrying about how I mistreated her, which I did some bad things early on, a long time ago. We worked that out, you know, and she knew that was because of what my lifestyle, where I was using drugs and stuff. But after I got myself on track, you know, we were able to get together, and man, we had so much good times, man. It's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It was a shame. And people thought I stopped eating when my sister passed, you know, because she fed me every day. Like, I'm ready. You want to play? I still eat, but I would go there and eat every day, man.
Yeah.
So much time.
It just don't hit the same, huh?
I'm telling you, man. You gotta tell the people how she used to cook, man. Like she was just
Lord,
I'm telling everybody in the neighborhood, man. Like everybody know girl can throw down, man, for real.
Well, she can cook about anything.
Anything from scratch too. That's the thing about it. She can make anything.
Yeah.
Legend in that kitchen.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
It's
she
so
can make
good,
anything,
man.
man.
Some good food now, man. Some good food.
I'm telling you, it's so hard. Everything's so fake now.
But she did pretty good though, right? She does.
Yeah, my mother. Yeah, shout out to mom.
All them can cook.
Yeah,
though.
all them know how to cook.
I don't know.
Nah, Ren's not a cook. Nah, probably not. Ask my mother. Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Said Miss Nancy ain't raised her without knowing how to cook.
Yeah, all of them know how to cook, you know.
So yeah, man. So appreciate this, Uncle Reggie, man. It's good for you to stop by and just sharing some words about your sister Nancy, man, because we want people to know who she truly was. A lot of people loved her, but like talk about who she truly was growing up and what type of impact she had on everybody's life. Like you said, she, man, got along with everybody, Asian people, white people, Latino, whoever it is. Everybody just loved her, man. Yep, and we got to keep her legacy going. That's why we doing a documentary, man. Appreciate you.
You remember, man, when she at a homegoing service, man, the place was so packed, man. The place was so packed, man.
It was so good. You couldn't even. People had to stay outside. Yeah, they had to stay outside. Yeah, people had to stay outside.
That speaks volumes right there.
Came from near and far, man. You know.
Yep.
That speaks volumes right there,
That says a lot.
Because
you just ain't no good. Ain't nobody.
I ain't gonna show up for you. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know. Okay, I heard that, but I ain't. But they say okay, but they don't show up, man. You know.
For sure. Especially everybody say the same thing about you. You know it's true.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, thank you.
And I appreciate you, Carrie, for doing this, man, because it's a good thing, man. Because there's a lot of youngins that's in our families coming up. They
don't know her. Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
They don't know. They still don't even know about what the family reunion really is about.
For sure.
You know, all they know, they just show up, eat, drink, do what they do,
and they go home.
Yep. But they don't remember. But you remember, man, when we first started this, I think it was 50-something years ago.
Wow.
We used to come to this house right here. My brother-in-law used to pick us up. And we had to go to the park, man, at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. To hold that spot. We'd be out there at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to hold that spot. You know? So, getting back to what I was saying, the point is that we stick together and we made sacrifices, you know. The only thing I'm worried about, man, is the ones coming behind us, man. They can keep this thing going, man, you know. So I think it's at 53 or 54 or something like that.
Yeah, we got to keep it going.
So, you know, and it's good because some people I don't see but once a year. But at least it's better seeing them once a year than never see them. You know, I thought about it, I just get upset. Like, damn, we get together once a year. But at least I see them once a year, man. Some people live far away and stuff, you know, but that's a big event. She was a big part of it, you know.
Sure. Shout out to Manny too, man. Manny for just, helping you put everything together, man. Executive producer on it, man. So couldn't do it without him. And we just got to show the world who Nancy Bryan is, keep her legacy going, and that's all I want to do, man. My grandma meant so much to me, but all of us. Everybody that came across her, you could probably met her for one day, and she going to impact your life. That's how much people loved her. And if you come around our family, you just going, it's like you just can't get away, you know what I'm saying? It's like you just like a curse, like you just can't get away, man.
And I want to say this, I also hope that this documentary is also an influence as far as what, you know, telling Miss Nancy's story, talking about her. I hope it sets an example to, like he said, the youngins, not just in y'all family, but just in all of our families, you know, to just learn how to cherish and value our family members and love more, love harder. You know what I'm saying? Because we only here for a temporary time, man. You know, sometimes we get lost in the world and we forget to love on our people until it's too late. So, you know, let's love on our people. Let's use Miss Nancy as an example of how to be and how to love on your family.
For sure. Big time. This is good, man. Good.
But you ain't cheap. You just got the 3 pair of shoes the last